I saw the disgustingly embarrassing footage of a so-called protester cursing and stomping the U.S. flag in front of an American vet. That's low, man. That's just low.
I think what's happening. Propaganda.
None of these things these people are so bitter about has anything to do with the Stars and Stripes. Our flag represents our republic where our rights are recognized as God-given, and by Him, we are all created equal. What we do with that is up to us. That flag represents we the people who understand the balance of freedom. It does not represent those who take liberties with other people's rights and who forsake the balance of freedom. It's so sad that people like this flag stomper doesn't even realize that that flag represents people like this vet who is standing right in front of him, who faced people worse than him to defend people from people worse than him. Because our flag represents those who are brave enough to fight for people to be free. This vet risked his life again by showing up to that so-called protest, proving that he is willing to risk his life to stand up for what this flag represents. The rioter didn't even recognize him. He didn't even recognize that a person who was willing to die to stand up for that very flag that represents people who are willing to die so that others could be free. But I do understand that people like this rioter are angry because America hasn't fulfilled its promise. That's why it makes me cringe when Republicans say, we need to take our country back. Back to what? Back to when? At what point in our history did so-called American institutions all recognize its promise as also addressed by Dr. Martin Luther King? It still hasn't. America at a time didn't acknowledge the equality of women. Didn't matter what the race was. Then, of course, the blacks, Irish, Catholics, Jews, and now those things have been resolved institutionally. But now that women are rightfully seen as equal, they turn around and say they're not treated as equals because other people are opposed to a woman's so-called right to deny equality to preborn kids. So if the preborn are denied their right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, which is bestowed upon them upon their creation, not their birth, but their creation, then Americans haven't fulfilled the promise. If people are denied their right to free religious exercise and have to forfeit them to satisfy others who seek pleasures that contradict nature, then America hasn't fulfilled its promise. If people are having the fruits of their labor taken from them to satisfy collectivism, then America hasn't fulfilled its promise. Stop saying, let's take America back, because there's no time in our history when Americans have lived up to the promise of what our republic is supposed to stand for. How about instead of making it a goal to take America back, how about we make it a goal to take America to its promise? I'm Alfonso Rachel with ZoNation, and my band 20 Pound Slash hosts to play in Missouri soon, while it's still there. That's low, man.